Hey, so it's been a while. Unless you, of course, are watching this video right as you've just finished episode 20 of Dead Season, uh, then in any which case, congratulations, you had perfect timing. But for those of you who have been missing us, we've been gone for 4 months, and I just wanted to make a little update on what is happening with Knocked Prone. If you want to skip this whole intro, you can go to this timestamp right there. That way you can get straight to the episode. I know that a lot of you have been waiting, and I don't want to hold it back from you any further. So, in the good news, Brooke and I purchased a house. I'm currently sitting in it right now. You can't tell because my sweet green screen behind me, but it is currently underway. We've been in renovation mode since, I'll show some pictures of it, but like it had holes in the ceiling, severe water damage, lots of things that needed to be brought up to code before we could even put an offer down on this house. And so we've been hard at work. We've had tons of help, and so it has been a journey. During the time that we were renovating this house, Brooke and I sold our last home, which was also our recording studio, and we lived out of an enclosed trailer in the front of my in-laws' house for a long time. It was a long time of living in an enclosed trailer. We thought it was going to be only 2 weeks worth of time in the trailer, so that's why we're like, oh, it's fine. 2 weeks quickly turned into a couple of months, and so we're so happy to be in a home again, even if it has some things that still need to be updated about it. But during which time, I'm not a contractor. I've never done home renovation, home anything before in my life. I'm just learning as I go. I've been injured a few times. I herniated my lowest disc on the roof while I was carrying a bunch of shingles. I got a taste of carbon monoxide poisoning as I was cutting some concrete, and I didn't wear a proper ventilation mask. Brooke and I's dog, Milo, ate an entire bottle worth of Advil, and so we had to give him specialty medicine in order for him to not die. Like, it's been a whole big process of this whole 4 months. And we've had some awesome things happen, like us moving here. We've had other cast members of the Knocked Prone podcast actually move to other places, and some big life events. I've had not just one, but two sisters during this 4 month period who've had babies. And so Brooke and I have had the chance to visit them. The reason that I haven't been editing, releasing on the consistent schedule, because even though we don't have recording stuff, I still have a bunch of stuff recorded. The reason I haven't been releasing is because as we were moving in July, I packed my hard drive that carries all of my Knocked Prone files in a box, I think. And I say I think because I have torn apart every box in the entire house. 90% of the boxes in my entire house I have torn apart looking for the hard drive, and it is nowhere to be found. And so some of you might be concerned because that sounds like we're not going to keep going because where's the stuff? But worry not. Here's the plan. I have the episodes. I have them backed up to an online version on my computer. However, the audio quality was not saved from all of the microphones. 3 of the 6 microphones sound was captured, whereas the other 3 microphones, being Danny, Alec, and Brooklyn, their microphones weren't captured. So for the next coming episodes, we will have Alec, Danny, and Brooklyn's microphones will be caught from the microphones that are still in the room. So my microphone and Mason's microphone. So if our audio quality sounds kind of off, that's what's happening. I'm kind of putting the cart ahead of the horse here by saying I will be releasing the episodes. I am planning on today releasing an episode right after this whole excerpt. There's an episode. So stick around if if I haven't caught your interest yet. And then I will re-upload the good audio if and when I find the hard drive. But we're gonna keep going like nothing ever happened, and we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna keep going with Knocked Prone. I've missed it so much. I've missed you guys. So at the end of this entire couple batch of episodes with the bad audio quality, us as a cast have decided that we're going to do kind of a story so far of the campaign where we give a breakdown. So for those of you who aren't interested in listening to the poor audio quality, you can wait a couple weeks and then skip forward to that episode and then get a whole recap, not only on what happened in the last few episodes, but also from the entirety of the campaign if you haven't been keeping notes on our mystery-themed podcast. And I mean, like, who doesn't need a refresher after like a super long gap of our storyline? So that'll be super nice, I think. I want to get back to weekly releases as I have time. I'm going to try my hardest for the next couple of weeks to actually get back to releasing podcast episodes. However, winter is coming, as they say in Game of Thrones, and I am currently living in a house that isn't fully supported for the winter. So I have some big priorities to take care of before the first snowstorm hits, or else things are going to start collapsing, maybe, which would be bad. So we're not going to do that. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone out there who is even watching this episode, let alone all of our other episodes. It truly means a lot that I can produce something on this caliber that goes out to so many people just like you, and that we get to hang out and be friends. So in the coming new episodes, I'm going to try my hardest to just be my realest self as possible and just continue to show up for you as you guys have been showing up for me. And I wanted to say thank you. We have one special fan that I wanted to shout out in particular that sent us in this crocheted, knocked prone, dead season blanket. Thank you, Poe, for this awesome submission. He sent it to our mailbox, which, speaking of, now that we're in a new place, if you want to send us stuff, you can send it to our P.O. Box, which is P.O. Box 240, Millville, Utah, 84326. If you want to send us anything like wedding announcements, Christmas cards, love songs, or anything else that's safe to send by mail, you don't have to send us anything, obviously, but we would love to shout you out whenever you send us something in the mail. So please share with us the things that you want to share with us, and I will continue to share with you my favorite things. I'm so excited to be going back to some awesome Knocked Prone, and we will see you in the episode. You awake early in the morning.
Could I roll maybe to see if any of Chai and her friends, like if any of them seem like they would be a good fit for the Bad Infinium?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a religion check. Is that fair?
Religion? Yeah, I could do that. Could I do insight?
Yeah, absolutely.
To see if maybe they're not looking to like move on, if they feel like they don't want to know what's next.
Yeah, absolutely.
18.
With an 18, Earl, you kind of hone in on Javi, who has the evil laugh kind of down pat, kind of has a sadness to him that you can kind of sense over the bolsterous Spanish accent that he wields, and you sense that he would actually make for a very good fit to the Bad Infinium if he were to go down that path.
I would intentionally probably wait for an opportunity when Talroth isn't around him to talk to Javi.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey there, friend. Just see you pacing earlier. Seems like you got a lot on your mind.
The red sparks, and there's the purple, and the boy hero and the girl hero. It's all so much.
There's a lot. Life is a lot. But we're dead now, right?
And we're enjoying this.
Guess there's something. And there's the potluck. I'm just curious. You've been with Talroth for a little while now. It's just have you been you planning to move on?
I don't know if I've really thought too much in the long term. I'm just trying to understand the things that are happening to me right now.
That's being present. That's a lot of what the Bad Infinium's about. It's just being present, and the fact that where we're at right now is where we're at, and that's that. And
you turning our enemies into dust, you know. Two right?
Yeah. Well, just there's a lot of us don't know what's next, and there's kind of some nervousness about what comes, and so there's this idea that perhaps if we could just do as much good as we could on this plane, that maybe that would make up for all the stuff that happened to us on the material plane. I just wanted to put this feeler out there because you seem like a strong, capable person with your armor, and you have the energy of somebody that isn't ready yet, and we're always looking for help to stop the Pinkertons and their dastardly deeds, and there's a lot of people here that still need help and aren't looking to move on, that we're just trying to, you just got a nice little family here. So if you're interested, I just don't want you to, there's more options than perhaps what you've been given.
Well, you've given me things to think about. I do have a bone to pick with the Pinkertons, but I have other goals right now. Can I show you something?
Yeah. Look, I love seeing things.
He's gonna reach into his bag of holding, pull out his fake Bad Infinium mask and put it on.
Do you see what I have?
See, you already got the mask and everything.
I look like a baddie.
You look like yes, you'd fit right in with the baddies.
Something about your voice, it kind of makes me giggle.
My voice makes you giggle? That's really a funny thing to tell somebody to their face. You got an infectious laugh yourself, though. That's pretty good. You've been traveling with my mama for a while now? Is that right?
3 days. 3 days. I think it's been like we've only long rested like 3 or yeah, I think this is either 2 or 3 times. Like we've not been
through some
yeah. Yeah.
like 2 years ago.
Yes, Jai and I, we died at the exact same moment. We arrived here
Right?
at the exact same time. Isn't that interesting? I don't know if there's much of a connection, but there's something.
You know what they always say? Causality means that things are the same sometimes.
2 rights make a U-turn.
That's right. Yes, I feel like you understand what you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Man, I just feel like I need a pamphlet or something.
That's we have one over here. It's called "We're Bad, but that doesn't mean we can't do good." That's a pamphlet.
If I could just maybe hold on to that for a second.
All right.
Have you given any thought to whether or not you'd like me to communicate with the spirit inside your staff?
I say, yeah, let's go for it. Why not? I think it's something fascinating I didn't even know there was a little person in there. So that's yeah, let's figure it out. What's going on?
I'll just hold my hand up. May I?
Sure, yeah.
Grab the
There
staff.
you go, sir.
I don't really know what all of it's supposed to entail, but I'm just going to say that I sit down and hold the staff with both my hands, and just you'll see he starts entering basically a prayerful state. Yes, if anyone speaks Eldrin, I'll start just a prayer in Eldrin, speaking to the Raven Queen, and basically asking that whatever mercy she can allow be to touch this soul, to allow it to have usefulness once again, and to allow it to have a taste of life in service to her, and attempt to create a will-o-wisp. I'll use my channel divinity.
Roll me a religion check with advantage.
You know, for a paladin, you'd think they'd have like decent religion.
Yeah, it's intelligence though,
Yeah.
which is often dumped.
You.
A 12.
With a 12, you were able to harness this floating, bobbing will-o-wisp out of this staff, and it is able to communicate with you with the same stipulations as Speak with Dead. Correct me if I'm wrong. How long is Speak with Dead for?
I believe we ask it 5 questions.
Great.
And then the spell expires.
Yes. The will-o-wisp appears.
Hello, I am Lord Pinkerton. Lord Pinkerton.
Wait, did you say you're Lord Pinkerton?
Yes, I took my wife's name in life, and then, well, unfortunately, she chose not to move on with me, and so I'm kind of, I'm trapped here.
I see. The letter that I found, it was old. Lady Pinkerton had already made good on her promise. I'm referring to the letter in which I believe there was a threat left by Lady Pinkerton. I fear if you do not take care of this squeaky wheel, that you will have big problems on your hands. And so, anyway, I took that as being mildly threatening towards him.
Allow me, if you will. I know I only have a moment's time before being harnessed as a will-o-wisp, but I...
Wait, hold on a minute. What's going on? You're going to be harnessed?
Yes, I believe.
So
Souls that have decided to remain in Soul Meadow for an extended amount of time will potentially succumb to an affliction known as soul splitting. Their soul will be split into many different parts, and the energy of that soul will lose its ravel without the owner of the soul to dictate its energy.
But could he just go right back into the staff if he wanted to?
That was my intention. I was prepared to provide this will-o-wisp to you, however you see fit to direct it.
Well, I don't want to force it to do nothing. I didn't even know it was there.
You do not have to. I assure you that an existence as a will-o-wisp is degrees better than an existence as a soul split. The soul split can be harnessed by many different gods, entities, or powers that are able to access this realm.
And I'm aware of soul splitting, right, Kate? Is that?
Yes. Soul splitting is just when a creature gets hit below their hit points or have basically been on the astral plane for too long. They start to lose who they are, and once they lose who they are, they split.
That's what happened to Chap, and that's why he lost his name, right?
Yes, but his soul splitting was due to being captured by the Pinkertons and being an experiment.
Got it.
I assure you that an existence as a will-o-wisp under the direction of the Raven Queen is preferable than an existence as an imp to Zariel.
I definitely don't think an imp would be fun or nice, but have you ever been a will-o-wisp?
No. I hope to never succumb to soul splitting. I've experienced it in recent memory, and it is not pleasant.
So, Mr. Pinkerton, Soul,
Yes.
what is it you want to do?
Well, I did wish to be with my wife, Lady Pinkerton.
Your wife is a really bad person.
Yes, well, she once was not a really bad person. You see, we were destined to move on together from this plane into our next afterlife together. However, my soul portal came much sooner than hers, and I promised her if I left a piece of me behind that I could still be with her, and I left a part of my soul in the astral plane, and I remained partially while trying to move on, and my soul would finally come at peace when she was also to come to the afterlife with me. But it seems that, well, Lady Pinkerton spent years, countless years, crying into the bones of me, wondering why she could not move on.
And after I left her side to move on to the afterlife, I was assured that she would be following right behind me. But years passed, and it wasn't until Lady Pinkerton drifted into the fog, the astral dissonance. I am unsure if any of you are aware of the astral dissonance. She attempted to walk into the astral dissonance in order to expedite her soul splitting in the astral fog. Much to my chagrin, of course. I tried to beg, but the only words I could say were hello. Simple one-word responses to if she held her ear up close enough to the staff. And, well, as she went into the astral dissonance, she found a creature secreting a
Ichor.
form.
Yes, of ichor.
That's
precisely.
the god they're trying to remake.
Yes, exactly. Oh, so we're much more up to date than I was anticipating. Yes, the god Lathander died. When a god dies, they take many, many years to reform back into their either original self or into a reincarnation of something better, something that will not die as the first god did. Well, Lady Pinkerton found the weakened state of Lathander as Lathander was attempting to grow. This ichor, this blood of Lathander, flowed freely through this creature. Overcome with grief, Lady Pinkerton sat with this creature and remained in the ichor that this creature was expelling. And after a moment, it seemed that she had forgotten why she had been in the astral plane, what was holding her back from moving on. And so the portal opened, and I saw my love once more, and I made eye contact with her as I was sure that she was going to walk through the portal and live our life together in the next life. But she looked at me and she grinned as a plan must have hatched in her brain of if she could use this ichor to cause other creatures to forget why they were traumatized or otherwise not being able to move on, she could capitalize, monetize, and make a name for herself in the current purgatory that she was in. And so she decided and looked at me straight in the eyes and said,
Why would I want to go to an afterlife where I serve a god when I could stay in the afterlife and become one?
And the portal closed. And I remained in the staff, these bones. She must have discarded me in the astral dissonance somewhere. And it wasn't until Earl found me in the astral dissonance that I had any contact of any kind. So thank you.
Yeah, for sure. That's it's what we do here at the Bad Infiniums. We rescue folk from the falsely departed and their terrible plans.
Do you have a brochure by chance?
There's a few, yeah, definitely. But I think that this whole deal with this god business. See, what I don't understand is what's the point of being a god of this between realm? I think she wants to go back. I think
Yes.
she's trying to claw her way back to the material plane.
Yes, as I've sat in the purgatory of a purgatory, and all I've had to do is sit and ponder, and one of my ponderances is, I think, perhaps, do you know what is her payment? What does she take from these souls when she fixes them?
As far as I'm aware, it seems to be more that if the ichor is used as your solution or to be fixed, you then become a new factory producing more and more ichor. I could be wrong, but it seems like it just is a perpetuation of the newfound power, control over the ichor.
And she doesn't take any other form of payment? No possessions or...
She demanded that in order to separate ourselves from the lives we had left, to encourage the passing of souls, that their worldly trinkets be left with her.
Then yes, I do believe you are correct in thinking that she is trying to get back. In each of the worldly possessions that a soul brings to the afterlife is a small piece of life, clinging, memories, life, clinging to this trinket that you bring. And the more that she collected, I'm sure the more that she was able to bring about. Hugh, is Hugh still wandering the afterlife as well?
We have not found Hugh. We have seen Captain Pinkerton. Brother.
Yes, they're the three brothers, Captain, Lady, and Hugh. Or the three siblings, Captain.
Yeah.
But we have not found Hugh. Not here.
I wonder if you have potential insight that you can share with us. Do you know if Lady Pinkerton has passed? We found her body, but I'm no longer trusting of just a body.
If Lady Pinkerton were to pass, I would be freed. My soul is here waiting, Lady Pinkerton.
Lady Pinkerton, the one that we were investigating, was a clone. I suspect that the real Lady Pinkerton is hidden away somewhere. Did you have a getaway? A spot that you would share?
Lover's Landing in Soul Metal. We would often retreat to there when we could.
Talroth, if the body was a clone, there would be no body. The clones we have defeated. Splat! Maybe she has taken on a new form. The body was left behind.
That is a fair point.
I mean, if his soul could enter into these bones, maybe hers could go somewhere as well.
As well as a clone with simply the command of pretend to be dead could have been given.
Maybe the creature itself.
Either way, I think that she or Hugh would be who we need to track down to try to put an end to all of this.
Yes, unless you have a better idea, I think she is likely that the Lover's Landing is the closest thing to a lead we have, and I think we should go. Perhaps she has the pendant.
Well, this brings up something. Yeah. I found the pendant when we were in pursuit of Captain Pinkerton. I've kept it from you because I knew you would rush into the situation. It is my duty to protect you. You've been protected, and I'll hand him the amulet.
Thank you, Talroth. I need to go. I need to go soon.
I'm aware. I think that Delry himself may have potential information to share, so I think it would be in all of our interests to accompany Zell in freeing his son.
I'm going to begin preparing. You guys can finish this up.
I would be honored to join you. You need support.
Thank you. Yes, chop, and I'll go run off to go collect things and begin getting ready to head out.
Absolutely. And as you guys are preparing to head out, I believe that is where we're going to end our session for the night. My name is Kade, the host and Grin Reaper of this Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure, and I am joined here by the players to my left.
Brooklyn playing Chai.
Alec playing Javi.
Josh playing Earl.
Mason playing Talroth.
And Danny playing Zobarath Wilderton.
Thank you so much for joining us. If you love this episode, please go on over to patreon.com/knocked, where you can check out all of our amazing tiers. And wow, thank you so much, Josh, for being here. I seriously, it has been so cool to be able to play at the same table. Again, thank you for introducing me to Dungeons & Dragons. Josh, go ahead and tell them where they can find you, either social media and your podcast.
Yes. So the two podcasts that I'm kind of most known for right now is the Sneak Attack, which has a full, complete arc story that we made over 3 years. You can go check that out. But it's not currently releasing episodes. And then the one I'm working on right now is Titans of Altera. And we're slowly releasing episodes in our 3rd season. And you can check that out. We've got 2 seasons under our belt with that one. And you can find me on social media at Twitter or X, the cool new name.
Yeah.
The website. You can find me at Joshua the Hippie on there.
Yes, and I will make sure and link the things in the description, and I will do it correctly this time, so that I won't.
Honestly, though, you don't have to check any of my stuff out. Just, support the creators that you enjoy listening to. That's the best thing you could do.
Yeah. So everyone pause listening to Knock Prone. Don't listen to another episode. Go listen to both of Josh's podcasts. And I Cast Fireball. It's a secret.
Oh yeah, and I'm a cast member on I Cast Fireball for their 2nd season.
Yes.
I totally spaced that. Yeah.
Thank you again, Josh, for being here. And thank you for doing such a great job bringing Earl to life. Had I have played Earl, I feel like it would have kind of just been...
Hey, Mom.
Yeah. Hey, Mom.
Would be playing my...
I would have been fine. It would have been absolutely fine. I'm really glad to be here. This is a super fun cast of characters, and the last session we had was super heavy combat. This one was super heavy role playing. It's kind of an interesting one too. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Thank you again, and we hope that you remember when life knocks you flat on your back, all you got to do is keep rolling, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your afterlife. Goodbye.